scored the 2-1, and now we were holding on to keep the result. So it wasn't really a counter-attack, it was more Toto with his brilliance, finding a runner, Zidane in behind, outside to inside movement that caught us, and not really a counter-attack. I think we've been very good in terms of stopping counter-attacks, because in the league we face low blocks every week. In the league, most of the game plans we face is trying to hit us on the counter-attack, and in the league a lot of teams are sometimes looking at us and saying, hey, our centre-backs are not on the halfway line, they're even further up into the opponent's half, and that is very key in terms of how we attack. And how we attack is very important as to how we're going to defend. So everything is interrelated, that if we attack with, let's say for instance, both fullbacks high up, both midfielders pushing on, and now they are leaving 3-4 players in rest attack, we lose the ball or we cross the ball in and it falls to their players. Suddenly we faced with a 4 versus 2 or 5 versus 2. So that is really important as to when we are making these passes, that we are staying close together, that not both fullbacks are up high and wide at the same time, especially if the ball is shifted to one side. So we can always keep our structures really good, and at the same time, when we create these moments, we can put numbers in the box. Our counter pressing has been one of our strengths. That first 5-6 seconds after losing the ball is clear, but of course this is a team that has big strikers, so they launch that first ball into Salah Mohsin, he lays it off, and then now there's a counter-attack being faced. And also if you analyze our second goal that we conceded, it was a long ball that they kicked from their goalkeeper. We cleared the ball and maybe one of our defenders shouldn't have gone, you know, and then that created a situation, probably offside as well, but VAR seemed to fall in the favour of Masry on all occasions. So we didn't really get caught on the counter-attack, but it was quite surprising that we were the dominant team, forcing them to play in a low block at home. So a really good performance, a lot of analysis and take out in terms of how we can attack better, how can we stop these counter-attacks, and you know, what approach are they going to come, because if you take I don't think it was their plan to sit in a low block, because they came to press us high. Even if you just talk about 2 of our goal kicks, where they came to press us high with 3 players, and from the goal kick we're able to create 1-against-1 with Mpanzu, and the other 1-against-1 on the left-hand side versus the centre-back. So I don't think it was their plan to sit in a low block, but I think in this match it's definitely a plan to be a little bit deeper and then try to catch us on the counter. Yeah, the two strikers is definitely a possibility, because they play with 3 defenders, they play with 3 centre-backs, and if we look at the last match where Atoa was a lot of the time isolated with a vertical pass into him, and he had the defender marking him and the 2 other centre-backs that, you know, really closed him down, and he was a little bit isolated. So it's just in relation to which players we want to affect on their last line. If you want to play 2 strikers, maybe they then have a sweeper in behind. If you want to play another 2 players closer to the centre-backs, or you then forcing one of the centre-backs to jump, and then you create the space behind. So 2 strikers is definitely an option, because we saw it in the last match where Atoa was a little bit isolated, and maybe to start with 2 strikers, there is a possibility. To start with Mokwala and Atoa is a possibility. Mashaka is there as well. So I'm not going to tell you now what I'm going to do, but all of these questions, of course, we've been working on. All of these things in relation to, okay, we want to score early. Of course, that is the target. If you don't score early, if it comes to half-time and it's 0-0, or if you go behind, what are the mechanisms we're going to use, and what are the plans? The scenarios already have been trained, have been spoken about, have been worked on. So it's a game that all our players are clear in relation to what is required, and you know, football is not just turning on a light, let's score 2 goals in the first half. I'd love to, and we hope we do, and to score even more in the first half, but there are always those scenarios that what if, are we going to put 3 strikers? Are we going to put 4 strikers? Are we leaving ourselves vulnerable? How are we going to create chances? In which areas are we targeting? So a lot of detail that has gone in and a lot of scenario talking and creation, what we've been preparing the players for. Because the referee has a big job tomorrow. Number one, the referee's job is to make sure that at least the ball in play can be 60 minutes, which is normal on average for a team playing a football match. And of course, Masry, we will be on the ascendancy, we'll create a chance, the second chance, and the goalkeeper will go down. And how long does the referee allow the goalkeeper to go down? How much time does he add in relation to that? They want to break the momentum of our attack. So these are the things also we prepare the player. Don't lose your head, don't become frustrated. Stick to the task, focus on the next action, go into your positions and let's attack them again. But like I said, the referee, the fourth official in relation to adding up this time, maybe there's a VAR call that takes 6 minutes. Is he going to add that time in behind or will we fall into Masry's traps and only have a match playing 40 minutes of football? That is not, I think, in the... I think we need a strong ref to be able to allow us to play the football match in relation to the time that is allocated for it. Last point where these scenarios are going to be important. You know, have we scored already? Are we leading 1-0? Maybe we need to score another one to get to penalties. We need to score 2 more. Are we then in the second half going with 2 or 3 strikers, or pulling 1 striker, or putting an extra midfielder on? Or in relation to what is going to be needed in the time, what scenario or what actions are happening within the game, what are they doing, what have they planned, are they playing a 4 defense line with both wingers falling back, making a 6 defense line, and that will inform me and my technical team to be able to act and react accordingly. And sometimes in the last match it looked like we didn't make any changes, but there were a lot of tactical changes within the game. There were a lot of positional swaps, there were a lot of fullbacks coming inside, fullbacks being a little bit deeper within the game. So in the first 10 minutes, for instance, there was already 2 different formations being played in the first 15 minutes where we had to swap it up already. So although you don't see a substitute a lot of the time, there are a lot of structural changes within the game to give us the advantage. You don't create 18 moments and these 18 shots, although off target, 6 on target or 7 on target, but there were even better moments where we could have created big chances, and these are due to the structural changes within the team. And don't be fooled that in this game is going to require a lot of changes, a lot of adaptations within the game, and sometimes that's making a triple sub, and sometimes that's making no sub.